Would you say that you make a good first impression? Hi, I'm Nancy Solari, founder of Living Full Out. Now, here's the thing. I'll be very, very, very honest with you. Whenever somebody has a disability, something that's, out there, maybe they're in a wheelchair, maybe they walk with a cane, maybe they have a limp, maybe they're bald, they don't have hair, there could be anything that we feel is like a flaw. Like maybe we're just not as good as someone else. We've all been there. And somebody can say, even me, the most motivational person ever, I can say, I always have a glass, abundantly full mentality. But there are those days that I think, oh gosh, if I could just see, life would be easier. Or, I wonder what if I could see ... and fill in my blank. Especially when I think about going to, let's say, a networking event, or if I'm going to go to, someone invites me to a party, right? I always have a good time. I mean, I listen to the laughter and people are hugging and having a great time, but I do miss those visual cues. I don't see what maybe something is opening when they're opening their present. What is the gift? I don't know. Or, everybody's like oohing and ahhing the cake. I can't see the cake. They can describe it to me though. But so sometimes I think, wow, I'm missing out, or, it's just kind of a half of an experience. But one time I was at an event, and this was a game-changing moment for me, because I was kind of having all that rattling in my brain. It was a huge event, so many people. I just felt lost in the crowd. I wasn't quite regretting going, but I just, I figured, hey, if I meet one person, out of the sea of people, I guess I'm here to meet one person and maybe have a good snack. Okay, but truly, I did meet one person. I met more actually, but this one person said something that was so interesting. She said, in the sea of all these people, the one person that is the most genuine is you. I thought, well, that seems silly. There's a lot of good people here. People having a great time, and gosh, I wish I could make eye contact and meet more of them, but they seem great. And she goes, no, what you're not seeing is everybody is kind of having surfacey talks. Everybody's kind of talking to the person they're talking to, but then they're kind of looking behind them, looking or scanning the room. She goes, when I'm with you, I feel like I'm the only person in the room. You're very charming, you're very nice, you grabbed my hand, you gave me a hug. And she went on, and I got to tell you, my head was getting kind of big. I was like, oh my God, I am great. But no, truly, it was an amazing shift, because before I had met her, I was kind of having this, okay, let's call it out, a woe's me moment, right? I was having this intimidated by the crowd, feeling small moment. We've all been there. But this one person really called out the fact that I'm a larger than life, even though I can't see person. That my vision doesn't define my ability to connect with people with all that body language and hugs and handshakes and compliments and so forth. And when I walked away from that event, I'll tell you what, I had some swagger in my walk. I leaped away from there not being embarrassed or regretful of my vision loss, but actually proud of it, because the way I look at it is, if going blind has made me that more authentic, more genuine, heartfelt, more memorable person, then hooray for me. And truly, that is divine timing, I believe. And the guidance of that person to give me that gift, that shift, was important. And I think about, how often could you say something to one person to help them have a shift, to help them see through a moment in time differently than maybe they see it with their eyes, their ears, or experiencing it overall. I also want to make sure that you check out the description in this video, because one of the things that's so critical to me is that we celebrate our differences, but also realizing that we're all more alike than we think. And communication will never go out of style. It'll always be a handshake that's sturdy and strong. It always conveys that you're with somebody. that hug that's warm and tight and playful. Well, you know what? I'm a good hugger. Hopefully you're a good hugger. And again, that's memorable. You know, the things that your personality does, your laugh, maybe you wink, maybe your hair looks a certain way, maybe you dress a certain way. Those are all communication styles that you're doing very subtly, but they are signature to you. So make sure you check out that description, that video. You're going to love it, and you're going to learn a lot about what makes you special, unique, and different. And also subscribe to this channel. Follow this page. We really want to make sure that we keep giving you the motivational content that you need to do what? That's right, live full out. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see other inspirational videos. Make sure to ring that bell. Also, connect with us on other social media sites and comment back if you'd like to share what type of videos you want us to create. Here's to you living your life full out.